Hi everyone, welcome to a new yoga therapy class. In this class I'm going to show you how to rebalance your shoulders. So if you're someone who experiences chronic shoulder and neck tension and pain, this is for you. And even if you don't experience such pain and tension, you can still benefit a lot from this class by just rebalancing your body. So when you're ready, grab your mat and let's get started. And before we start, please like, subscribe, and share this video with other people that might benefit from this kind of content. Thank you so much. When you're ready, come onto your hands and knees. And we're gonna open up the chest. So bring your knees together, stack the hips above the knees, and walk the hands forward. Bring the chest down and hold here. Focus on lengthening the arms. Focus on bringing the chest down, the armpits down towards the floor. Notice if one arm is more bent than the other, trying to lengthen it more. Notice if one shoulder feels a bit tighter, trying to lengthen this side more and bring that shoulder closer to the ground. Slowly come back and come into a cat pose variation where the hands are underneath the shoulders, the knees are together, and we're gonna drop the hips to the side as we breathe out, but don't let the shoulders move. Keep the shoulders square to the front of your mat. Come back up, breathe in, drop to the other side, breathe out. Inhale up, and let's go for 10, a bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, sitting back. Any comfortable position. If you need to use a pillow to sit like this comfortably, use a pillow. Otherwise, just sit on your heels, hands on your lap, and just roll the shoulders. Big circles backwards. Nice and wide. And then roll forward. Wide circles, big circles. Beautiful. And I'm gonna squeeze the shoulders up, breathing out, squeeze, 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 and drop. And again, exhale, squeeze the shoulders up into the ears and drop. And one more, squeeze, 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 and drop. Beautiful. So if you can, you're gonna sit between your heels, bum on the ground. If you can't, and if that's too much, use a block or use pillows. So place them between your heels and sit on those pillows or blocks. Okay, just so that you can still feel the stretch, but you're not in excruciating pain. We're just gonna hold this pose for 30 seconds. So little mountain pose where we press the palms up and we're trying to relax the shoulders. So even though you're pressing and lengthening the arms, you don't want to tense your shoulders. So push your shoulder blades down your back, push the palms up, chin down, and we breathe into the belly. Deep breaths in and out through the belly. Hips are heavy, hips are dropping down, and palms are pressing up. And slowly relax the arms. Beautiful. And we're gonna sit off to the side like this. I'll show you from behind. Sit off to the side with both feet on one side, knees together. Now again, if your hips are tight, you can use a block here underneath. So just pay attention to this exercise if one side feels harder. So we're gonna take the body across and then press. Try to straighten the arms. As you breathe in, come back. As you breathe out, go down and press. Inhale back, and we go for 2 more. Go across and press. Inhale back. Last one. Go across and press. And back. Sit off to the other side. I'm gonna face you for that one. So, common mistake with this exercise to let the chest face the floor, let that top arm drop. So trying to keep that top arm up, yeah? Trying to keep the chest facing forward. Go across and push. Inhale back, go across, and exhale, push. And back, and we got 2 more. Go across, extend the arms, inhale back, exhale across, and push. Good, and back. Okay, lie down on your back, relax, let that settle. So that's just our little warm up, and soon I'm going to show you different ways to find the imbalance in your shoulders. So it's always easier if you got someone else to help you, but you can always use a camera, record yourself with your phone. I'll show you what to do. So if you don't know, if it's not obvious, you might have to pause the video and repeat it. So one of the ways you can find out about the imbalance is this next exercise, okay, where you're going to bring the hands behind the head, your feet are hip width apart, pull the toes back and chin down, and as you breathe out, we lift the hips off the ground. Now keep the hips up, breathe in. As you breathe out, move the hips sideways to the right, keeping the hips level with the ground. Inhale back to the middle, exhale, go sideways to the left. Okay, so repeat once more on each side and trying to notice if one side feels harder or if one side you can go way deeper, way further out. And across, last one. And relax. So let's say that you're going to the right was harder. That means that the left waist is a bit weaker, okay? So that's one way to tell. The other way, sitting up, we're gonna come and we're gonna sit like this. Any comfortable position, but ideally sitting on your heels. So you can look at yourself in the mirror, or you can ask someone to look at you, or you can put your phone in front of you and record yourself. Ideally, if the wall behind you has something so you can tell if one shoulder is higher, it's usually easier, whether it's a line or any little markers on the wall behind you. Even if you've got a bookshelf, you'll be able to tell much more easily whether one shoulder is higher as opposed to having a blank wall. So just sitting like this, eyes closed, and then noticing if one shoulder is higher than the other. Now if sitting like this, you can't tell, I'm gonna exaggerate, but one shoulder will be high like that. If you really can't tell, another way is to take the arms up and to lengthen the arms up. Keep reaching up and bringing the arms in. And then maybe one arm will go higher. So that's the higher shoulder. Okay? So trying to find out which shoulder is higher. We all have one, even though the difference might not be big. And if you experience chronic neck and shoulder tension, you will most likely have one side that's higher. All right. So if you need to pause the video and find out, please do so. So as an example, I'm gonna say that my right shoulder is higher, so I'm sitting a bit like this, or when I take my arms up, my right arm is higher. So that means, very simply, that my left side has collapsed into the waist. The waist has collapsed onto my left side. This is why my left shoulder is lower. Yeah, and so that can come from weakness, most likely weakness on my left side in the waist, in my core, or tightness, which is usually related. Yeah, tightness or weakness. Okay, very simply put. So my left side is weaker, so I'm gonna want to strengthen my left side. Okay, now I'm gonna use the example along the class for left shoulder higher. So if you're the opposite, just always use the opposite side, yeah? So I want to strengthen my left side. So I'm going to keep my left leg straight and I'm going to bring my right foot and place it on top of the knee. I'm not pressing down on the knee, I'm gently placing it, yeah? Cupping the knee with the arch of my right foot. Pulling the toes back on the straight leg. And then I'm going to try to lift the hips up off the ground. Now if that's already a lot, you can stay there, but if you can, you're going to shift side to side, breathing out, 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 and go for 10 like this, moving side to side, hip side to side, throw, 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 and relax. Relax the legs, relax the arms. So because we kept that straight leg active, we were working on that left side, yeah? So working not only the leg, but going up into the waist. So because the left side is a little bit tighter, the next exercise is gonna focus on lengthening it. So we take the arms out to the sides, we take the legs together, lift the legs just off the ground, and take them to the right. And then keep them there, and we're gonna pump legs just off the ground. Keep your left hip down and go for 10, 9, 8, 7. As you pump, try and take the legs further out to the side. Once you've done 10, relax the legs down, drop them there where they are. Drop them to the side, relax your whole body. We're gonna do another set in a second. Just stay there. So here we're focusing on lengthening the left side, that is the short side, in my case, in the example I'm using. Okay, so we're gonna do one more set. Now if you can barely do a few reps, that's okay, just try your best. Keep the legs off to the side where they are. Keep your left hip down, the hip you're moving away from, keep it down on the ground. And we lift and we pump, 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 pump. 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop. And relax in that position. And slowly bring the legs back in. Bring the hands on your belly, pull the toes back, push the chin down. As you breathe out, sitting up. Now if you can't sit up without tensing your arms and your shoulders, I recommend you do it with your arms up, yeah? Leaning with the arms. Okay, try and do a beautiful sit-up every time we do a sit-up. Okay, so again, we're trying to lengthen that left side in my case. So we go back to the exercise we did at the start of the class. Both feet to one side, hips on the other side. Use a pillow if you need to. Take the arms up, hands above the head, lace the fingers, palms facing the ceiling, and we go across and we push, breathing out. Come back as you breathe in. And exhale, push. Inhale back. And do 2 more. Go across. And push, extend the arms. And 1 more. Go across and extend the arms. Try to keep the chest facing forward. Good, come back. So, come onto your hands and knees. I'm going to give you 2 options here. First option is to stay in cat pose. Second option is to go straight legs. And this is a push-up variation that we're going to do to balance the shoulders. Okay, so because one side is higher, we have a tendency to use one of our shoulder, one side more than the other. So your higher shoulder, you're going to bring the hand forward. And then the other hand stays underneath the shoulder. Okay, so one hand forward, one hand on the shoulder. And then we go down, breathing out, relax. And then exhale more as you come up. Inhale as you're up. Exhale, first half of the breath. Trying to soften up, soften the shoulder blades. And then exhale more as you come up. Now if you can do it with straight legs, even better. We try 3 more. We go down, soften up, exhale more, and then breathe in. And exhale slowly down, soften up, exhale more as you come up. 1 more. Exhale down, soften up, exhale more as you come up. Now if you were on your knees, that's fine. If you feel like you can crank up a few more, feel free to do a few more, but 5 or 6 is enough just to teach our body to use the waist and use one arm, and usually that would be your weak arm. Okay. All right. So the next one, we go back into that position we did at the very start, lengthening the arms, bringing the chest down, bringing the armpits down. And again, pay attention. If one arm doesn't want to straighten as much, or if one arm doesn't want to lengthen and the hand is further forward, trying to pay attention to that and modify it accordingly. Beautiful. All right, slowly back. And we're going to take the ear to the shoulder. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And back, other side. Ear to shoulder. And back. And repeat. Ear to shoulder. And back. Other side. And back. Okay, for the next 2, we're going to stand up. And we're going to go into a variation on tree pose. Okay, so if my right shoulder is higher, my left waist has collapsed, so I'm going to want to move away from the side that's collapsed, yeah? So I'm going to move towards the higher shoulder. So I turn my right foot out. Take the arms out, make sure the hips are facing forward, especially as you go down. Don't let your bum move back. Yeah? Don't let the chest fall forward and the bum move back. Stay sideways. Okay, so that's just your regular triangle. Now as you breathe in, you're going to lengthen that top arm up. As you breathe out, you're going to take it up and over. And you're going to lengthen it. You can look forward for this one, don't need to look up to the ceiling. And hold. Keep lengthening the top arm. Lengthening the legs, lengthening the arms. Long neck, neck in line with the rest of the spine. Just 2 more breaths. And then as you inhale, come back up. And relax. Okay, we're just gonna do that one side today. For the next one, we're standing with our feet shoulder width, yeah? Hip width, shoulder width. You don't really need to have the feet together. So for this one, the higher shoulder, so in my case, my right shoulder will be holding my lower back. And then the other side, I take my arm up and I'm gonna press my hips forward. Now you can keep your chin down or you can look back. And then come back. We're gonna do the other side and then we're gonna repeat on that weak side. So switch hand, press the hips forward and we breathe. Focus on contracting the glutes, pressing the hips forward, taking the straight arm back. And back. And one more on our weak side. Arm up, press. And back. Beautiful. Okay, we're lying down. Lie down on your back. Relax the arms, relax the legs. Are really important after these strong exercises to let the body recover, let the body readjust and integrate the work. Next, we're going to take the arms out to the sides and we're going to take the legs wide and we lengthen the arms and we lengthen the legs. Okay, everything is lengthening, all the limbs lengthening. Press your chin down, pull your toes back, and as you breathe out, trying to lift the bum off the ground. Keep lengthening the arms more and the legs. And then come back down. Breathe in. Exhale, lift the hips up. And down. Okay, right hand goes behind the head. And left hand grabs the right knee. We pull the knee across. And back. And switch. Grab the left knee, pull the knee across. So in my case, logically that second side should feel stiffer because the left waist is shorter, is weaker. So twisting that second side should feel harder. So, but you just go intuitively and just go back to your hard side and repeat that same twist on the hard side. Pull the knee across, keep the elbow and the shoulder down. And then bring it back. Beautiful. So we're gonna bring the soles of the feet together. And we're gonna move the feet away from us a little bit, and we're gonna let the knees drop out to the side. Keep the knees down where they are. Take the arms up to the ceiling. We're gonna twist the arms in and out quite quickly like that, quite firmly, dynamically. And then we take a big breath in, and with a long breath out, we do the same thing with the arms, twisting, and we try to sit up, but we keep the knees down, keep the feet down. Yeah, we're gonna do a few like this. If you can't get up all the way, that's fine. And get up off the ground as much as you can, and when you have to breathe in, go back down. Let's try again. Exhale. And back. 2 more. Long breath out. And back. And last one. Keep the knees down as you come up. Notice if the knees are lifting, trying to keep them down, trying to avoid that, yeah? Okay, we're up. Now I'm gonna take both legs pointing to the right, pointing towards the higher shoulder, because I want to stretch the shorter side, the left side. So pick your side. If you need a pillow here, underneath the glute, underneath the bum, feel free to do so. Hands behind the head, open the chest, and then breathe out, go down. Yeah, bringing the elbow down towards the foot. Come back up as you breathe in, and exhale, go down. Inhale up, 2 more. Drop. Inhale up, exhale, drop. Inhale up, and we straighten the leg that's on the outside, the leg we were moving towards. Straighten that leg, grab the big toe, take the arm up and over as you breathe out. Inhale up, exhale, up and over. Lengthen the top arm, and again, try not to let the chest face the floor, keep it facing forward, even better, facing up, looking up to the ceiling. And we're gonna throw the arm 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw hard. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Lie down on your back. Relax. So like I said earlier, a lot of the neck and shoulder problems we experience, they don't come from the neck and the shoulder. They start somewhere else. They start lower down into the body. So usually the waist, potentially the hips. The hips are imbalanced, hips are tilted, one hip's moving forward, or one hip is lower than the other. Or very simply and very often, the waist is imbalanced. And just pay attention next time you're standing, if you're standing on one leg, or if you're standing on both legs equally. Pay attention when you're sitting, if you're sitting a little bit crooked. Most of us always lean on one side. So it's good to pay attention to, it's good, it's going to bring your awareness to that. The next one we're going to do, we're going to take the arms out and we're going to take the legs up. Straight arms, straight legs. Push your chin down, pull the toes back. And we're trying to find the hard side, so we drop the legs to the side. Breathing out, and then inhale up. Few things you can look for are the arms lifting, the shoulders lifting when I take the legs across. Do my legs stay straight or do they bend? Do my legs fall forward or do they stay in line with the hips, yeah? So find your hard side. So for me, it's going to be going to the left, yeah, because my left waist is shorter, is the weak side. So I take my legs to the left. Logically, you should be going away from the higher shoulder. So if your higher shoulder is the right, then taking the legs to the left should be your hard side. But just go with what you're feeling and try to do 8 reps. Slow and control. Drop, breathing out. Inhale up, keep the legs straight. Keep the toes pulling back. Keep your chin down and keep the shoulders down. So you gotta learn how to separate upper and lower body. Yeah? Once you've done your 8, even 10 reps, just relax down, catch your breath. Let everything settle. This is a great exercise to make the jaw relax, the neck relax, and the shoulders relaxed. Okay, bring your hands on your belly, pull the toes back. If you can't do with the hands on belly for the sit-up, take the arms up to the ceiling, yeah? It's better to do that variation and not tense your arms and your chest and your shoulders. Exhaling up. Now, of course, you don't want the legs to lift off the ground, yeah, ideally. All right, we go back into little mountain pose. So, sitting between the heels. If you need a pillow, grab a pillow, take the arms up, press the palms up. Try not to tense the lower back. So try not to arch the lower back, keep it soft. And we stay there for about a minute. Pressing the palms up, heavy hips, chest is open, chin down, so the neck is also lengthening. So breathing also, focus on the breath, breathing deeply into the belly. So as you breathe in, belly goes forward. As you breathe out, belly pulls back. Just 10 more seconds. And let it come down. Beautiful. So you go back to that variation of cat pose with the arms forward. And so focus on lengthening the arms, bringing the armpits down, looking forward. And we do a variation where we bend the arms. We bring the hands underneath the chin, elbows pointing forward slightly. So at first we're going to go side to side, just 2 times on each side. So dropping the hips, breathing out, inhaling up, dropping the hips to the other side, breathing out, inhale up, again, drop, and up, and drop, and up. And then you're gonna do 3 extras, dropping away from the tight waist, so dropping towards your higher shoulder. So for me, dropping to my right, exhale, drop, inhale up, and then 2 more, drop, and up. And on the last one, trying to hold the hips if you can, just off the ground, just for 3 breaths. And then come back. Okay, then lie down on your belly. Relax. Catch a break. Arms down by your sides. Palms facing up. Okay, just got a few more poses. So the first one is Grasshopper, where you bring the head down and you bring your fist next to the hips, tight fist, palms facing down. And as you breathe out, you're gonna lift the legs up off the ground and trying to lift and spread. Lift and spread. Now really strongly suggest that you ask someone to look at your legs, or you record yourself and find out if one leg is higher or one leg is lower. Okay, once you've done about 10 breaths, relax down and ask whoever's looking at you, or look at the video of the legs, because that means that one side of your lower back is a bit weaker. Once you find out which side, if there is an imbalance, because maybe there isn't, it happens. We're going to repeat again one more time, focusing on lifting that weaker leg higher. Okay? So head down, make fist, take a big breath in, and then as you exhale, lift the legs up, keep the breath out, and try to hold it for a count of 10. 9, 8, 7, keep lifting, keep spreading. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, drop. Relax. Relax the legs, relax the arms. All right. We got 2 more poses. So the first one, you might need a strap or a towel if your shoulders are a bit tight. We're gonna do an arm bind. So the higher shoulder, in my case, the right, is gonna go under, and I try to bring my hand between my shoulder blades. The other goes up So I bind my hands behind my back. If you can't bind the hands, use a strap or use a towel. You're gonna take the legs wide, wider than the mat, and go on your toes. And then we lift the chest up, lift the front up, use the back. And then from here, we're gonna swing side to side, throw the body. As you breathe out, go to the side. As you breathe in, come back to the middle, and don't let go of your grip. Let's go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and down. And relax. Relax the arms. Give it a second. And then last pose, we're gonna go into down dog. And from that down dog, we're just gonna hold down dog, but I want you to bring your lower shoulder forward. So the hand, my left is my lower shoulder, bring that hand forward more. Okay, not a huge difference, but significant enough for you to feel it in the pose, yeah? If you're strong, try to go into down dog from the bottom here, where you go on your toes, on your hands, we push up and we lead with the bum. Okay, once you're in your down dog, we hold and we press the ground away strongly. So what that does is works one shoulder more than the other, but also lengthens one waist more than the other. Lengthen the ribs on one side all the way into the hip. Focus on pulling the sacrum up to the ceiling. If the legs are a bit bent, if the heel's off the ground, that's okay. Keep lengthening the legs, lengthening the arms. Just a few more breaths. And slowly come down. And go in child's pose for a few seconds. Arms back, head down. Drop the shoulders. Relax your back, relax your head, relax your jaw. Alright, just come up and we sit any comfortable position. Just finish with a little roll of the shoulders, rolling back, rolling forward. And then squeezing the shoulders up, breathing out, squeeze, 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 and drop. And again, squeeze, and drop, and one more. Squeeze, 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 and drop. And there you have it, guys. About 45 minutes for you to rebalance the shoulders, get rid of neck and shoulder tension. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment on the video, subscribe, and share this with other people who might benefit from this kind of information. I hope you have a beautiful day. If you have any questions, let me know. See you soon. Bye.